Gentleman, 20th District, Representative Orcutt.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in opposition to this bill. I'm sure it's not a surprise to anyone. You know, we've heard that children deserve an education. They do. And they can get that education without this bill. But by the same token, Mr. Speaker, their parents deserve a job. And with this bill, they won't have it. The extension of the B&O tax surcharge is a tax increase. It's one that for the 3 years that it was promised to be limited, some of our employers have said, okay, we'll just eat this. It's only 3 years. We'll muddle through. We'll make it work. Well, now that it's going to be permanent, they realize they can't do that any longer. They have two options, Mr. Speaker. Two options. Raise their prices and hurt consumers, or lay off employees and add to the unemployment rolls. Mr. Speaker, since the start of the Great Recession, we are still 58,000 jobs behind. Our revenues have recovered. Our jobs have not. And if you look at the curve for revenue recovery and the curve for job recovery, they're very similar, but jobs are lagging behind. And what that tells me, Mr. Speaker, is there's another solution to increasing revenue to the state. And that solution is to put this bill down and move other bills that will increase job opportunities. And as those people are working, they will have disposable income that they will go and purchase taxable items. And that will increase our revenues. And we can do that without any kind of a tax increase, without extending a tax, without increasing a tax, without adding a tax onto something that it hasn't been on before, which is what's done in the underlying bill. We can do that. The non-resident sales tax exemption, Mr. Speaker, is going to cost jobs in our border communities. We know it's going to cost jobs in the Vancouver area. It's going to be even more devastating in Cowlitz County. We just lost a Sears store over the holidays. It's gone. That's the fourth major retailer to be lost from Longview in the last 20 years. We have people from Oregon that come over here to shop because they don't have retail. They won't continue shopping here, Mr. Speaker. Those jobs will go across the river. I want to talk to you about a lady who works in your district, used to live in mine, but now they've been redistricted. But she has a maid service, Mr. Speaker. Her business is expanding in Oregon. It's contracting in Washington. This bill will only make it worse, and she will move across the river. This is a bad bill. We need to vote no. When New York is cutting taxes by $2 billion, we're raising them by $1 billion.